How's it going, everybody? Nick Daniels here. Yet again, another video on the way to work. So we will be driving for the entire video. Want to do a bit of a rant here. Had a little bit of a burp there. Nothing came out. It's pretty awkward. I want to talk about, and I don't really think about these topics, by the way. I just kind of jump into them, and I just kind of hope for the best. But man, I totally want to talk about this, and I've kind of briefly talked about it on my social media video, where I kind of roasted on Facebook a lot. But I want to talk about how people are kind of glued to their phones, and I was reading up a statistic the other night that in particular, I'd like to talk about. Yeah, we got a yellow. Yeah, we were so close. But yeah, anyway, no, I want to talk about that because I've been hearing this thing a lot that it says that on average, people check their phones 150 times a day. I really want to say I can debunk that, but I really don't know if I can. You know, I don't hang around a lot of people that sit there and just check their phones constantly, and they're checking their phones, but maybe not 150 times. I mean, like 40 would probably be like a fair statement, but 150. Jesus Christ, man. I don't think people realize how many times they actually check their phone during the day. My biggest thing, I'm sorry, I'm operating because I am sitting in front of other cars, so they might be watching me just having a conversation. Yeah, keep staring there, buddy. But yeah, like that's my biggest thing is like I check my phone, and I've noticed that right when I was in the prime of just constantly checking it, like I turned it off most of the days now, which to me is actually quite easy. It seems to take people by surprise though. When I tell them I shut my phone off the whole day, the first thing they tell me or ask, really? Like they're surprised that I can actually just go the day without looking at it. I find it pretty much second nature now to not look at it. But obviously there's times that I'm sitting at home and it's like, you know, you get anxious, so you look anyway, even though you haven't even heard a notification or anything, and you just kind of look. And I think that's also part of it, where that 150 times thing comes from. Another big one is I'll check like the notification or whatever, and I won't even realize that the time is right there, and I haven't even looked at it, and then I have to open my phone up again because I want to know what time it is. And that's one of the biggest things too, is that I kind of shoot myself in the foot in that sense. Because it's like literally, I'm just looking at it a second ago. The screen's right there, clock's right there, and I apparently had never looked at the clock that time I looked at the phone, and it just shows that when I looked at it, like where my mindset was clearly not. You know what I mean? And taking in the more vital information, yeah, that didn't happen. And I think it's an interesting standpoint to look at, like to kind of look at the cell phone thing. You have to kind of take a back seat to it for a minute, because I think most people, I mean, like there was like statistics in this video I was watching last night and the night before that were saying like the population of say like the US and how many people actually have a smartphone, and you'd be surprised, like it's an outstanding percentage. There's a lot of people who are rocking smartphones, and I feel like that population will only increase. Man, youth today, their parents are just buying them smartphones, and they're saying, here you go. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's pretty hard. Like, you can't even say, I want to keep a phone out of my kid's hand kind of thing, because they can just go to school and use somebody else's, or, you know, that's it. That's it. I'm yawning. It happens. I actually got to get to work in 6 minutes, so probably shouldn't be yawning. But yeah, like at the end of the day, it is what it is. That argument is what it is. There's a fine line between admitting I'm on my phone way too fucking much, and you know I need to cut that out. And then there's also a fine line between I barely use the damn thing, you know, whatever. And when I watch some of these videos and you get people's opinions and thoughts on why they're even using the thing so much, The biggest one was social media. I noticed that a lot of the people in the video were all just, like, every one of them almost was saying, like, I use it for social media. I got to post on Instagram. And then this one woman, she's talking about her routine. And she's like, I get up in the morning, you know what I mean? I check my phone right away. I spend 15 minutes looking at my phone to catch up on what I've missed. You know, then I go do my hair and, you know, I get ready for the day, whatever. And I have my phone on me at all times. Like, I have it right there. So if someone does text me, I can respond right away. And that's fucking ridiculous. Holy crap, man. I can't fathom sitting there with people when they're all looking at their phones and then I'm not. It's quite interesting. It's also like when you go to dinner with people and everybody's at the dinner table, or like it could be like a restaurant, for example. So we're at the restaurant, we're all sitting there, and somebody's just got his phone sitting on the table, face down, face up, don't matter to me. I think that's rude, because it's showing me that I'm not important enough, that there's something he's got to look at more. And you know, you could argue work. I could see an argument there, and we could have an argument based on that. But I'm mainly criticizing on the fact that they just can't put the phone away in the first place. Normally, meaning it's not work. It's I've texted a buddy and I wanted to hear from him, or a girl, or whatever. Or like I said, I'm just waiting for a notification to pop up, right? And obviously I need to be on that. And you know, and you get the classic like, oh, I'm sorry, classic, like taking a picture of your meal and then you got to post that on Instagram, and then you also got to post it on Facebook. You know, it's too much, man, and people are just fucking glued. It's absolutely outstanding. I know people probably do that, like in awkward situations. You don't really, like, you're new in a company and you're in their break room and you don't really know who the fuck to talk to or what to do. You just kind of look at your phone, like look like you're kind of busy. But I mean, that I kind of understand. And then you have a break room of people that all know each other and all talk to each other at some point anyway. And then sure enough, they're all looking at their phones and nobody's talking to one another. It's pretty jacked. So I don't know, guys, and girls, that's going to be it for the video, I think. But I'd like to thank you so much for watching, taking the time to check out my little channel. And I think with that kind of being said, we're going to just close her down right there. So again, thank you so much for watching. We're going to have to see you in the next rant or vlog. And peace.